Welcome to Toko Mouth, and you're watching the Fantastic Four.
Well, this week we have been staying on a working sheep farm here in Toko Mouth, New Zealand. Toko Mouth is actually a hamlet, by the way. Hamlet is solely a British term, but it's used to describe a small village that is without a church, and that is certainly Toko Mouth. Our host said there's about 25 permanent residents that actually live in Toko Mouth. So it's been really interesting, but the sheep farm has been fabulous. I think all of us, the girls, loved it. There's about 8,000 head of sheep here. They have a few cattle as well, not much, but a few that we went and saw. But I'll let Rhonda tell you all about our stay.
I think one of the wonderful things about this is that we keep calling this place just the farm that has the best view in the world. We keep calling the sheep sea sheep because if you look out over this way, they have the best view in the world of the Southern Ocean. And in fact, the next land stop is Antarctica. So these sheep have the best of both worlds with thousands of acres, or 1,000 acres of rolling field, and then they can look out and see the ocean. So it is really amazing. Probably the coolest thing though is that our host, Simon, the sheep farmer, took us all around his property, and it was just amazing to learn all the things he single-handedly does. Like Mitchell said, there's about 8,000 head of sheep. He takes care of all those sheep by himself. He also has cows, like, I don't know, 380 head of cattle. So he takes care of all of those as well. He does all the fencing repairs. He plants trees. At one point he said, yeah, he planted about 12,000 trees on the property. So He
weans the lambs.
He weans the lambs. Yeah, we got to see, like, not just a few lambs being weaned, but like a couple hundred lambs being weaned from the ewes. And that was just a few of the many lambs that are here on the property. So that was a huge process.
Then he had to shear. Remember, you had to...
Yeah, I think it's called dagging.
Oh, yeah.
So he had to shear sort of the dirty wool off the back end of the sheep. And something interesting that we learned was, that we'll probably never forget, is that really, really fluffy, woolly lambs, or I mean not lambs, but the sheep, the ewes, when they get so like fluffy and they're also pregnant, if they tip over and fall onto their backs, oftentimes they can't get up. So he has to drive around the sheep farm every day just to check on the lambs, and if one is tipped over, he has to stop and he has to tip it back up and then make sure that it's steady, which takes 5 or 10 minutes before it can get its balance back.
Well, I said one day when there's a lot of the ewes were pregnant, he helped up 12 ewes in one day that had fallen and couldn't get back up. It gives a whole new meaning to I've fallen, I can't get back up, or else I'll die, literally.
Right.
They will die if they can't get back up. So.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been a super educational trip, and we have really enjoyed our time here.
Yeah, it's been great. One of the things we've done outside of our farm stay is we went to the Catlins, which is nearby. It's sort of a national park area, and it was just beautiful, as all New Zealand has. We keep saying we can't find enough words to describe this country. But again, it continues to amaze us and impress us, and it's just epic.
Epic, absolutely.
Epic is our new word. Everything is epic here. But we went out to the Catlins, to a place called Nugget Point, and it's just these rocks that have sort of survived the churning of the sea, and they just, stick out in the middle of the ocean offshore. There's a lighthouse there. The big thing the day we went is we survived literally hurricane force winds. It was blowing 119 kilometers per hour that day, which translates into about 74 miles per hour, which is a low level hurricane force wind. But it was kind of fun. The girls had fun. They had a grate sort of below the area we were standing on, and the wind just came up and literally almost lifted Eden right off her feet. But again, the beauty here just never ceases to amaze us. And yeah, it's been a great stay. So right now, because it's been such a great stay, we also want to show you where we've been staying. So we're going to go to our little cottage here at Toko Mouth, which is on the farm, and we'll show you where we've been staying.
Hey everybody, so here we are at the cottage, and we're going to take you in through, I don't know, we're not really sure what's the front door, but this seems to be like kind of the door that everyone uses. This door will take us into the laundry room, and they had a washer, which was awesome. And so let me show you that first. So it's just a nice, cute little mudroom, which is very necessary when you're on a sheep farm, actually, and on a beach. Lots of sand, lots of mud. So I'm going to take you down this hallway here, and I'm going to show you the bedrooms that we used. This is the first bedroom, and it has 2 twin beds in it that the girls slept in. And if you take a look out the window, you can see these beautiful views of the sheep farm behind us. And then we'll go across the hallway here. And in this room, there is a queen size bed as well as a twin size bed, also with a nice view of the sheep farm. This is where Mitchell and I slept. Okay, and then down the hallway just a little farther is the bathroom. We have a nice shelf with some towels, a stand-up shower here, as well as a wash basin and toilet. Basic bathroom. And then across the hall there was one more bedroom that we didn't really use, but it had a nice queen size bed. And then if you come down and follow me down this hallway, this is sort of where we spent a good portion of our time. So in here we had a couple of couches, some beanbag chairs, the TV, which actually pulled in some good channels, and we had the fireplace. The thing that we've learned in New Zealand is that most of the homes do not have central air or central heating. So when it gets chilly, you really do need to start a fire. So we had a fire almost every evening here to warm up the home. And then over here we had kind of an open kitchen. Oh wait, before we take you to the open kitchen, just take a look at this map here. We've decided that we would love to have a ginormous map like this in our house, if we ever have a house again someday. But we spent a lot of time standing in front of this map and talking about what's next and where we've been, so it was kind of fun. And then again, my favorite is the open concept. So we have the kitchen right behind the couches here, and it was a full kitchen, which meant we had the opportunity to make lots of meals here. In fact, we had to make all of our meals here because, as Mitchell has mentioned, it's a hamlet, which they don't have a church, but they also didn't have a grocery store and basically nothing. No post office, no convenience store, no gas stations, nothing. So we made a lot of our meals here, all of our meals here. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of our Toko Mouth cottage at, I think they pronounce it Kumbe Hay sheep farm. And as always, we're so glad to have you along on the journey. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe because we have so many more fun videos coming toward your way. And if you haven't done so, please leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.